What's up, Magic nerds? Today we are taking a look at some potential commanders from the upcoming Final Fantasy set. This set is absolutely packed with legendary creatures, so we will have no shortage of new potential commanders. Let's talk about Vivi or Nitir. It's a 3-drop wizard that adds X in any combination of blue and red, where X is Vivi's power. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. We are getting a ramp effect, a repetitive power boost with counters, and group slug all on one 3-drop creature. This is obviously an insane card, and if we build around it correctly, will make for a mean Spellslinger deck. We could also go for a Super Friends, Enchantments, or Artifacts deck as well. Cards like Strionic Resonator and Lithoform Engine are going to be very solid cards to include in any list for this commander. Next up, we've got Yuna, Hope of Spira. She gives our enchantment creatures Ward 2, Trample, and Lifelink. We also return enchantment cards from our graveyard to the battlefield with finality counters on them at our end steps. It's cool to finally see a commander focused specifically on enchantment creatures, though her second effect is also quite nice for sagas as well. Next up, let's talk about Noctis, Prince of Lucis. He is a 4/3 with lifelink that lets us cast artifacts from our graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to their other costs. A great twist on one of my all-time favorite commanders, Sharuum the Hegemon. Artifact recursion in these colors can be absolutely busted if built correctly, and gives us lots of flexibility in the way we want to approach our win con. We will have many ways of building this one into a mean deck. Next up, we've got Shadow Mysterious Assassin. Shadow has Death Touch, and whenever we deal combat damage to a player, we may sacrifice a non-land permanent. If we do, we draw 2 cards and each opponent loses life equal to the mana value of the sacrifice permanent. This will certainly play differently than most aristocrat builds, as we prioritize dealing combat damage to proc our commander's effect, and we also prioritize higher mana value permanents over token generators. This one will be fun to build for sure, and I'm looking at building it for myself. Balthier and Fran is our next spoiler. A 4/3 with reach for 3 is already good, but in addition, we give our vehicles +1/+1, and vigilance and reach. Whenever we crew a vehicle with our commander, we may pay a colorless, a red, and a green. If we do, we get an additional combat phase. This one is a beast of a commander for vehicles, and will likely be the best vehicle commander out there for the time being. And next we've got Lightning, Army of 1. She's a 3-drop Boros 3/2 with First Strike, Trample, and Lifelink. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, until our next turn, damage is doubled on that player. That effectively works to our advantage in multiple ways, by incentivizing our opponents swinging at each other, but also giving our instant and sorcery damage sources twice the punch during our second main phase. If we include goad cards as well, we may quickly become arch nemesis of the game by having such a high life total in comparison to everyone else. Cloud Midgar Mercenary is an excellent equipment commander, or a card to add to your existing equipment deck. He tutors an equipment for us, and whenever an ability of an equipment triggers, as long as he is equipped, we double that trigger. We've got plenty of options to synergize well with him. Any equipments with triggered abilities, which are a decent number of them, will do great here. Lastly, let's talk about Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. He is a 3-drop that upon entering or attacking, allows us to sacrifice another creature. If we do, we draw a card. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 and we gain 1. If it triggers 4 times in a turn, we get to transform him into Sephiroth One-Winged Angel. Upon transforming, he creates us an emblem with the Blood Artist effect, which is incredibly strong. As an angel, he's a 5/5 that lets us sack any number of creatures as he attacks to draw that many cards. What an insane card overall. We get card draw, a Blood Artist effect, and we can eventually transform him to get an emblem and a 5/5 flyer with even more card draw. What cards are you looking forward to in the new Final Fantasy set? Let me know. If you made it this far, type Sephiroth somewhere in your comment, Thanks for watching, Magic Nerds, and I'll see you next week.